Hello. Hi there. Oh my goodness. Happy Sunday night. My name is Chris Farah. Welcome to my YouTube channel. What are we doing? Are we just enjoying our Sunday eves? It's 9:05 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Um, we just went over a time because, us Californians, we like to fall back, spring forward. We can't just stay in one place for some reason. It'd be really easier if it was just not happening, but that is what happens. So it's super dark, super late, and but it doesn't change. Happy Sunday because we are here and we have watched or not or don't even care about, but this is the topic at hand. 90 Day Fiancé, Toe, the other way. It's season 3, it's episode whatever I labeled. I did it, and I think it was 12.
90 Day Fiancé.
I look back, and it was 12. And let me just turn off that. I love you guys. I'm so happy as people trickle in the room. Please remember to like this video. Just go ahead and give it a little thumbs iggity up. Oh, Lupe's here in the room as a completely different person. No, I'm just kidding. As a different handle. It's so nice to see you. Oh my god, I'm into it. I'm in this little cowboy guy. By the way, speaking of cowboy, Balmo released a capsule collection in honor of that Jay-Z Western movie that I want to see. But it's so interesting because I really felt like they have a little mini movie, and it felt like it all had sort of Christmas colors. It was gold and red and forest green, and I really can dive into those colors and this Western theme. And I just, I wanted to see the pieces up close and feel them. So much upheaval in the fashion world. People are trickling in. Hi, Lisa. Hi, honey. Hi, Cyborg. Oh my God. Hi, Sherry. I'm so happy to see everyone. Happy Sunday. Yes. Again, I'm going to dive in. It's been 2 minutes. Don't mind my makeup-free face. Truly just somewhat going through it skin-wise, and so I sort of just needed to take a break. But hello, magnetic mindset meditation music. Magnetic mindset meditation music. Oh, I can imagine what's on your channel. That sounds lovely. Didn't get a chance to watch 90 Day Fiancé, Toe. That's what we're here for tonight, but here for the snark. What are you talking about, Lisa? No, I'm not going to snark on any of them. I'm just going to give them so much love, especially Sumit. He's doing everything fine. Nothing to talk about there. No snark. He's a snark. Anyway, we are going to, of course, talk about everything, including Sumit and Jenny, but we're not going to start with them. So there's always going to be a season where specifically towards the middle and end, I'm just like, meh, I don't care about this couple. You know what I'm saying? And I've seen some memes on some tweets that are kind of like, oh, in that case, speaking of, it would be that person, or this couple. I'm not gonna tell you who. I'm gonna tell you both, but let me just tell you, and it's different from who I feel. So why I'm bringing it up is I saw a tweet if I never see Victor and Ellie again, I'm fine with it. I actually am very interested in their storyline. Mostly I really care about Ellie, and I'm like, oh my God, I got to get her out because I care about the relationship between Hiromi and Ellie. I feel like they're, friends. And oh, I'm in the wrong theme. Can I switch mid? Oh yeah, I can. Bye. But I really, sorry, I'm adding some things. I really care about Ellie, and I want her the best, but the people I don't care about is Corey and Evelyn. Sorry. That whole time it looks like I was just having a brain spasm. I was uploading pictures for us. But I had to airdrop them, and for some reason sometimes I think, oh, I'll just be able to do it on air, streaming, without it looking awkward. But at the same time, no, you cannot, because I'm pushing buttons. I don't want to study. Don't. Just stay here. Snark shark circling. Da 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 da. I tweeted something similar, but I don't give two issues. Their whole storyline is about the hurricane. I know. Here's the thing, Lala. Like or Lupe, right? Because this is I'm just like now forget. Okay, yes, yes, yes. But you know what? God bless. So I've always cared about Ellie, like, because it's so crazy, and I like want to go to the pizza place, and I just want to look in her eye and be like, I was on your side, and I like your friendship with Hiromi, and I hope that like that the love that like you have in your heart like finds it a place in someone else's heart, and you guys are it. But at the end of the day, there are some lessons to be learned. So maybe I just will talk with Ellie and Victor. I was going to start with Corey and Evelyn, but I'll start with this is what I'll say. I'm going to start with Ellie and Victor, and the moral of the story with them truly is you cannot rebuild someone you can't rebuild someone in a relationship, and you can't expect someone to rebuild you while in a relationship. It's just a very hard task. I'm not gonna even be like, oh, Ellie's a female and like he should have his like shit together. Like, absolutely not. Like, you in every way you need to have like your business together, I think. Listen, like, unless you're both really young and you meet in high school and whatever, and like you grow together and you like blah 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 together. But I think that at some point when you're kind of older in life and you've experienced things, you should have somewhat of your shit together so that you can attract someone and be on the same plane with someone who, like, majority of the time also has their shit together. Now, there are devastating things that happen, but at the same time, you definitely cannot just like put that on someone to give you everything. Emotional support and physical support, and they move there, and they give up their business and their whole life, their everything. That is just too much. Like, let's just say like Ellie and Victor are together, and let's just say the same truths of the fact that he cheated on her basically, and like moved in with some other woman, and God bless. Basically, if that still was the case, and let's just goddamn say, this is horrible, but like, let's just not, I hate to say that word, but like, let's just say there was something, like Victor experienced, like the loss of his sister. His sister died. That would be really intense and horrible for him. And she could provide emotional support. And because they were in a relationship, it would be beautiful of her to be able to do that if she wanted to, right? It's not too much to ask if you love someone for them to provide you support. You can't provide everyone, or you can't provide someone all the support, every kind of it, all of it, every comfort possible. Rebuilding someone's day-to-day life, you just cannot do it. I mean, well, of course it would build resentment from each other. Of course. I mean, come on. So, let's see what you guys are saying. Ellie is too smart to take this ride, no matter how good it is. The price is too high. I'm a lefty, but discovered limits to my leftism when Victor purchased a generator on her credit card. Victor's trying to get anything to sell after she wises up. I know, Sai. Yeah, T Jones. Yeah. I love it. I love it. I love it. So basically what happens is after they go and buy all the tools that they had to buy that basically Ellie bought, they go and tour his sister's home, and she's alive, God bless. But I'd said that before, I was just trying to make some sort of metaphor about giving too much support, or what kind of support is appropriate. And he tours the sister's house, and he really just shows Ellie, like, we were here, like, this is where I held on under the sink, and we, like, basically almost died, God bless. And it was like 6 and 7 hours of, I mean, I can imagine just like thinking you're gonna die, and just lots of horrible with like wishing. I mean, I can't imagine. I've never sensorially been in any sort of situation like a hurricane. I truly can't imagine what it was like. And Ellie, who's just been plopped here. I mean, Ellie is like Ellie is like one of those like cute stuffed animals that is in those machines, and like she was just doing her business and then like a claw came, like the claw machine like picked it at her up and then just like dropped her, and now she's in a damaged, devastated place with a man who has lost absolutely everything. And the only thing that he truly had to offer at the time was the promise of a carefree, tropical paradise life. And she is like, he's nice enough to me, and the sex is good enough that I can blink an eye and a whole nap to his cheating allegations, because I have been through such turmoil, such trauma, that I just was like, I'll do it. Yeah, like I'll change my whole life because there's other extraneous circumstances that make it beneficial to me. But this woman sells that pizza place, my loves, and she lands in a hurricane devastated small ass island. And she is like thinking, yeah, like, all right, our plan of basically having a bar with people coming in, and that's how we're going to make money, both of us, for the future. Because I'm not just made of money. I'm not like, Ellie Warbucks. You aren't Annie, which I think is coming to live to CBS soon with like a Taraji Henson, Taraji. I can't say her name very well. As Mrs. Hennigan. I don't know. Um, anyway, um, so after she, of course, looks at Victor's sister's home and realizes how he must truly be still in a state of shock and a state of like despair and stress, she acquiesces to him that, she should be more understanding. That doesn't actually happen, and nor does it need to, but let me tell you. So then they go back to the house and he gives her some rum, and I feel like he's feeling things are going to be okay, and they're in the tent and she has to go back and buy more tools, right? She has to buy more tools. And they say that they need more tools, and who's going to buy those tools but her, you know. So what if he was just like holding on to some cryptocurrency? She's like, just sell a Bitcoin, God bless. Anyway, but that's not what's happening. So she's like talking to him, and everything is sort of chill, but she brings up the fact that tourism isn't happening and how are they going to make money? And he doesn't like the money talk because he sort of just wants her to never talk about the money and then just give him whatever he needs. And it very much, this is what it is. If she wanted to just be like, look, Victor, I am totally here for you, and I'm going to give you emotional support, and I'm going to give you like $500 for tools. No, these are even more options. I need to go back to America and make more money because we're gonna, I need more money. This is not what I thought, and we were gonna be able to like get things going, and I just don't have it. Just lie. I don't understand. He doesn't know how much money you have. You know what I'm saying? And then get out and see what happens. See if he's like still like if he's doing the right things and you're still in a relationship. They'd be like, good. Then I can come back and see how things are going and like keep the relationship going. Or even more like intense, here's $1,000 for weapons. Here's $1,000 for tools. I'm going to stay in San Andreas or like the nearest tourist space that feels still like Providencia, and like build up a business there. And then we can see how much money I'm making there and see what happens, or, whatever. But I can't just like keep giving you money. So this is the money for the tools, and I'm going to be there for your emotional support. And I will even show up on some days and help build the house, but I'm going to have to get a job or do whatever I want to do, or like my whole life isn't rebuilding your life. So during this fight, and this is a great point, during this fight, Um, Victor's like, "Well, you don't give me money anymore." And Ellie's like, "Yeah, except that you wouldn't have money because I've been giving you money, like literally through COVID. Basically, we met while you worked at a tourist bar, ha ha ha, where we got the idea from, and that's why I know, ha ha ha, that a bar like a tourist bar like that needs tourists like me. That's how we met. And you're saying, oh, honey, like you can still open the bar, like you don't need tourists on everything." And she's like, what have I done? And the truth is, yeah, what have you done? Yes. Everything happens to happen for a reason, and I think that we're seeing it. So, I just feel like I love you guys. I just feel like, and that comment was, I just feel like Victor really wants just to get money because he has never truly offered to be making any money. In this situation, that comment, he makes a reference to the fact that he could sing for people. And I just like in Providencia, because it feels like, yeah, honey, if you're all of Providencia is, God bless, in a state of devastation trying to fix the island. People are just walking around after their meals, not going to tourist bars, but just walking around with extra change in their pocket, like waiting to give you, and what kind of song and what kind of like singing voice do you have? Are you like a baritone? I really need to hear, like, and it feels like, have we heard him sing? No, right? Um, T Jones just asked, has anyone ever tried peyote pizza? Like, absolutely not. No. But I'll tell you who did try some peyote, those kitties. Look how stoned those kitties look, honey. Those kitties look high as God bless, just holding each other. That's catnip. Um, I just love that cats just have their own special weird drug they love catnip, they go crazy for. So basically, he says, "You're so, whatever, just like you always talk about money, you're obsessed with money." And she's like, "Yeah, because I have to literally give you money and I've given you so much money." He's like, "You've not given me that much money." And she's like, "Are you insane?" He's like, "You had given me that much money, I would get my bike." This mm, person wants a bike so bad, and he just keeps going from woman to woman asking for a bike. It's like, it is like a little boy who keeps going from each mall to each Santa's lap, asking for a bike for Christmas. None of the Santas really want to give him a bike. Seems like a pretty big present. Also, he seems kind of old to be sitting in men's laps like that. Can you just like get your own bike maybe? How about getting your own bike? How about just, like, is there a coalition of people like that all need to get their houses fixed and you can kind of come together, share some tools, fix each other's houses? Does it all have to be on Ellie to do, like, to, all of it? I mean, it's too much, obviously too much, in my point being. So, basically, my loves, we're moving on. To the other couple to the couple I truly don't care about, which is Corey and Evelyn. So, I mean, this is like fake or phony, and I wish never laid eyes on them. It's like he's taken a lead to like plan the wedding, for some reason, because he tried to get his sister's prom dress already for Evelyn, and she, I guess, thought that was a great idea. And he even tried to trick her by putting in a David's bridal bag to be like, it's a wedding dress, and it was so obviously a prom dress. But now she's okay with him doing the whole wedding because she doesn't really want to get married, but we don't know why she's getting married. She's like, I guess, fawning that she doesn't trust him, or she feels like they're going to divorce, and still like, then why get married? Like, you know, and then she has this back and forth with him about the fact that she doesn't want to have a religious wedding because then they can't get divorced. And then she had to be like, just kidding, I'm sorry, that was mean. And after that, she's like, but the person that should marry us is my sister. And Corey's like, oh, that person that truly hates me? I don't understand. Is your plan like you and your sister are gonna be like, we're not gonna really get married? Do you, Evelyn, take this dumb fuck, dumb person right here to get married? It's not real. So I mean, I don't know what she's really. I'm like on one tonight, I guess. I'm being like very vulgar. But I love that idea. And I also truly don't understand anyone who would just be so disrespectful of the person you're getting married to be like, no, the best solution for us, the best possible person to marry is the person I want, who hates you, has been really rude and like mean to your face and made you eat like cow balls because I want it. It's just, I don't really care about this couple at all. And all of this is incredibly disrespectful to the institution of marriage, which, as you know, I care a lot about. I mean, here's the thing, I do. I'm like a traditional. I mean, I'm not saying that like I want gay people to get married. I'm not like that kind of traditional institution of marriage. But at the same time, I feel like if you're going to get married, and you don't have to, right? Like you don't have to, but if you're going to get married and mean something to you, then have it mean something and be respectful to like each person. Why get married to someone if you don't respect them? It just seems so dumb. And I don't like want to have to care about you. I just don't even want to like talk to you. Um, I also just truly hate the fact that Evelyn is like, keep having dreams, and in the dreams I'm like beating up Jenny or that woman or blah blah blah, and it's like, you mean, I don't understand. I hate any sort of situation where you're just like, I mean, the person that cheated on you is right there, the person that you are deciding to get married to, that is had taken the reins of planning the whole wedding and all the flowers and everything, like that's that person right there. So if you're really mad, like that's that girl, I mean, she's living her life. She doesn't care about you. She does not care about you. This person has a propensity to hurt you and can hurt you again. Jenny's probably not going to hurt you again. You know. Oh my God. Last night or last week, while I went in on Ingo Bio and how it's an ugly ass beach, and then when I totally agree that it's a crappy place. Sorry, perfect background for the relationship. I've never seen a man drive a car and look less sexy than Corey. Not and Corey did driving. I mean, here's the thing. It's just it's so funny because he actually was nice when I met him, and he's actually attractive in real life and on screen and in this relationship. But I also want to say, in the character that he is or playing, or if this is the real him, and just all of it's truly nightmarish. I mean, what? No. Mm-mm. Those people deserve, a lifetime of miserableness. I mean, they don't seem to be making any good decisions, and it seems like they should be able to make good decisions, because when you're on a reality show, if you don't have a perspective of how to live your life, you certainly get a lot of comments telling you. So it isn't like they don't know that they have a toxic, horrible relationship, or that Evelyn's crazy or mean or whatever. It's like they know because they're on a reality show and they have Instagrams. And that reality show also happens to be 90 Day Fiancé, where, as you guys know, not you guys because you're cool, but God bless, there's a lot of crazy ass fans that'll just like go on their Instagrams and everyone's Instagram and just yell at them. Um, Also, the audacity of Evelyn to give shit to Corey for Jenny when we all know she was living with Raul for all those years, of course. I'm in Washington. Our millionaires don't make their dough from pizza. We had hard drives. I really want that pizza. Someone told me, and T. Jones in Washington too. Someone told me that, spoiler alert, and I already said this in a live, so it's like whatever it is that she was already back making pizza. She's already back making that pizza, which I really want her to be because I want people to be going tourists for the pizza. Listen, she knew she had to get some tourists, and now she's going to get some 90-day tourists. Listen, as a crazy ass sister fan, I drove when I could through Parowan, Utah to go look at Mary's Heritage Inn, Grandma's Heritage Inn, or whatever the hell it's called. It's just because you can't like go in and just like get a pizza because it's like a bed and breakfast, and it would be weird if you just walked in and like tried to order something. I mean, like I thought it would be. I didn't go in. I was, because it's like it's like 4 rooms, whatever. I don't know how many. So, but pizza, if they had sold pizza, I would have gotten pizza. Meaning, if that pizza place is open and I'm ever in Washington, I'm gonna look it up and be like, "Well, can I go get that pizza?" Because the pizza looked great, and mostly I wanna be like, "Girl, Ellie, you got out though. What a story you have. What a story." So all right, let's go moving. Did I do all my pictures? I didn't do. Oh, I didn't show you. No, I didn't do a lot of things. Like I had this Ellie picture I didn't show you. This is where he tells her that if he had gotten enough money from her, he would have been able to get his favorite bike. And she was like, "Wow, boy, have I made some mistakes. Boy, do I sort of wish I didn't give up my pizza place. I used to make such good pizza. I was, like, known, the curly-haired pizza lady. And yes, I have, my apartment would reek of yeast, but it'd be okay. And now it probably does still. So, Binyam and Ari. So, basically, what happens here is Janice, honey, takes the reins. She's like, "Look, Ari, what's happening?" Ari's like, "I'm tired." She's like, "Great, Ari, just like go to bed or I'm taking care of the baby." I don't know what she does, honey. And she's like, "I'm gonna take Binyam out and I'm going to get that interpreter, the same one that like you hired off Instagram, this one, and we're gonna get some talking done. So she's like, I have pictures. Tee. So she takes him out and she's like, "This is what we heard. You turned Ari's apartment into like a seethe hellhole den." And he's like, "No, no, no, no. I just, was working on my music. And when you work on your music in a studio, then because you turn your house into a studio, then, all types of people come." Okay. So many questions, right? Okay. Why do so many people come? Okay, so many people come because there's so many featured artists on your like whatever, sorry, mixtape or CD, that and they have entourages. Who's coming? And why is it all hours? Like, are there producers and their entourages and like agents? Because it's like how many people and that's not a real thing you can say. Like, you would just be like, "All right, buddy, then if you are really working on music, you really only need like 2 sound engineers, 2 producers, and 2 and like you and like 1 or 2 other musical artists at the time. And like you don't need everyone's entourage. They don't have to come in the house. That's a baby's house. Also, unless you're showing me money from this project, they don't have any no, we're not doing this project again. So you get this once, but never again. Because you'll never have free space again, and I'm not gonna have you lose money on a project, and since you're not gonna have the free space of where we're living, because 'cause I'll never let you do that again, you would have to rent that space or go into a music studio, so unless you make money in this project, it's never gonna happen again. And here's the thing, I would like everyone to be smarter about money, right? I'm on team Ellie, honey. I'm not saying you have to be obsessed with money, but you better be, like, thinking about it and talking about it. I'm gonna say this. By him marrying this American guy and settling down and providing children to her family, everything will be forgiven and forgotten. She's operating from fear and desperation. Her smile's relief. What are we talking about? Binyam and Ari? By him marrying this American. She's up. I don't know. Okay, tell me who you're. I'm a little confused. So yeah, Janice after that is like, and point blank, did you cheat on my Ari? And he is like, no. And she's like, I believe him because he said it to me and didn't have any of the telltale lying signs. And like the telltale lying signs are usually just like what? Like looking off to the side, like, did you cheat? Like, like you'd be like, did you cheat on Ari? And I'd be like, no. Or I'd be like, no. Or I'd be like, no. Or I'd be like, no. Did you cheat on Ari? No. Like, there's a lot of ways that it would be like, yes, I did. Okay, fast. Did you cheat on Ari? No, 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 no. Okay. Did you cheat on Ari? No, I wouldn't. I love Ari. So, no. That's it, right? Like, you'd believe that person if you asked that person. Janice just takes it. She's like, okay, honey, I'm in it. All right. So then she gets home and she's like, look, now I'll just regurgitate that whole scene to you, Ari, in front of Binyam. And she does. And then Ari's like, do you believe him? And she's like, yes. I mean, I don't know. I feel like Ari's going to be like, okay, now I want to move to America. And he's going to be like, I never want to move to America. But, I think he's going to have to like do what he wants to do to see that baby because he's ran out of options. Okay, my loves. And moving on to Armando and Kenny. I'm gonna drink some water. I'm over this season. It's pretty much here for me. Ha ha ha. I love you. I just fast forward whenever there's segment on. I usually, it's so funny. I usually will just go to the bathroom or something like that and just like hear it, because I don't. Corey Neville 100%. And then sometimes for Armando and Kenny for some of the later segments because you get to know what's happening and you don't need to see every situation. And often I cry during their segments and I don't want to keep crying. Like I have one cry an episode for them and I can just like tap out and be like, all right, well, I can just do it, and it's fine. So basically where we left off with Armando and Kenny is Armando has wanted his dad to come to the wedding. It's back and forth whether that was going to happen. And basically at the end of the back and forth, he had gotten in the car and the mom had told him that and he was so happy. Oh yeah. Hi, will you guys thumbs up this video? We like thumbs it up. Just like give it a little like thumbs it up. Thumbs it up. You guys, you could be watching Adele right now, but instead you're here watching Thumbs It Up. 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 Rolling in the deep. Just kidding. But I do want to watch that Adele special. And anyone watched it, I care. And not to be all over the place, but the girl's like, she gets distracted. So, hi Doris. Hey. But yeah, thank you so much for Summer of the Dragonfly for just like remembering to just like post it because I forget to say it, and then if I forget to say it, people forget to do it. And it's like, just impossible for YouTube to just like love me the way it should love me. I really need like a tantric algorithm workshop. Anyway, so when Armando and his family are reunited because they're there. They pull in, everyone exits, and the dad is kind of like, I'm gonna get some fresh air. And so he's like, I can talk to my sister and my mom. And he tries to like really pinpoint like what happened, like who made the decision, how was the decision made, and what is he thinking? And his mom is kind of like, I don't know what he's thinking, but I will say, it was his decision. And basically it was the last text you sent, which he had texted basically, Dad, I would be there for you if it was a very important thing that you in your life, basically being like, and you're not going to be there for me. And the dad, and the sister was also like, and we told him that he shouldn't base these decisions based on whether he's afraid that someone's going to like talk shit about him or whatever, because it just makes it seem like he cares more about other people's opinions than his own families, and who cares about other people, which is true. And also, like, do you hear that, Sumit's parents? No? They're gonna watch this episode? They might not watch this episode because they're not in it. Sumit's mom reminds me of someone who probably will only watch an episode if she's in it. She just loved that yoga and showing off how good she was at yoga. Like she has such an ego. I mean, I'm not in a bad way. I'm not saying she's egotistical, but I just think that she has a certain like, ugh, I don't want to watch an episode if I'm not in it. I have other things to do, honey. She's up. She's like, make drinking tea. She's doing yoga. She's like caring about the other son. I mean, at the same time, it's so funny. So, oh my God, I love you. I have the hopper. So, his sister's like, he is pensive and sighing a lot. He's thinking about things. And Armando is cognizant that his dad's not going to want to see him kiss or hold hands or probably do like the intimate things that are just not over the top, but things you do, because it's your wedding, because you like, there's like a literal kiss built into the ceremony. It's like, you may now kiss, you know. I don't say like, you may now just like look at each other and smile. You may now like fist bump so that your parents aren't upset. You may now blow a kiss from afar. I mean, it's like, it's not like you may like tongue, tonsil, tango, but yeah, like it is the celebration of a union, and no one wants to hear that that someone is going to get upset or be disgusted for you to kiss someone. Like, don't come to my wedding. Oh, do not come to my wedding if you can't watch me kiss my love. This is you are here to celebrate my love. You're not here to celebrate my sex. I'm not gonna bone in front of you. But yeah, we're gonna do this. We're gonna like, we're gonna like, or maybe you were gonna do this. You saw that was like a slightly open mouth kiss. I'm not saying you should do this, like, uh-uh. Sure. Mm-hmm. Uh-uh. And even like is lovely, you know. So oh, my nose went away. Then Kenny's family arrives, and we also get to meet Kenny's son. They're all there. They're like every one of the kids, and he hasn't had all the kids together in a long time, and everyone's there, and it's super cute. And they have like tacos being made. Oh my God, those tacos look great. I want the tacos. There's beef and pork. Which one would you have? Beef, I guess. I wonder if it's shredded beef. Here's the thing, of course, it's shredded beef because ground beef is not authentically Mexican. However, if beef is really carne asada, I would die. Steak. Is beef steak? If it's steak, the steak is for sure it. Ugh, a carne asada taco. Is there anything better? I really love steak fajitas too. Just like a warm tortilla of both corn or flour variety or a mix, honestly, truly, as long and they had homemade Tortillas. There was a woman, honey, with masa and a mold. She was making them. God, I love freshly made tortillas. Jeez. I tried to make it once, but I didn't have a mold, and there lies the rub. I have to get one of those presses. Just, like, fry it up, put, a seasoned meat in some kind, like a little cumin, like, if you season the meat, God bless. I always do a little soy sauce, which I know is not authentically, probably, I'm sure, Mexican, but it does add an umami and salty flavor, like a not a lot, but just, like, so you won't know it's soy sauce, you'll just be like, What's that salty, like, and it's that. Um, so Another thing is that Kenny, with all his kids around him, can finally talk to them about something that he's wanted to talk to them about, which is another like storyline of the season for them, which is that they want to expand their family. And he has a couple kids already, like, and they've grown up. And so there's, like, a lot of, like, interesting hard questions and conversations that Kenny and Armando, like, talk about. And it seems like I mean, obviously, it is real, and it feels very real, and it's like, these older kids, they love their dad so much, and they love Armando so much, and they're just like, "I don't want you to, like, have other kids, you're our dad, and, like, you're just gonna wanna have other kids and just, like, not we're not gonna be, like, as special because 'cause we're your kids. We're all here." When it comes to family, like, you need us, we need you. But if you just, like, are starting a whole other family somewhere, why would you need us to, like, be around? Or why would you even come to us? And like, that is hard. I don't know. And he's like, "Look, I'm older. Armando's not. And I need to, like, think about his feelings and his dreams too." My God. I'm just like, yeah, I get it. Obviously, if my dad told me he was having another child, uh, no. No, thanks. I I would I don't even know what I would do. Absolutely. I mean, I would be furious. I would how, like, the Cruella de Vil prequel movie, like, sets up, like, Cruella, like, why she's the crazed, like, person in the car, like, with the Dalmatians in the back, like, coming at you, like, that was a crazy image of a woman, and then the Cruella movie, like, gave us her backstory, right? It's a great movie, by the way. I really love Disney's Cruella, like, I think it's great. I would be like a version of that person, like, I would be so livid and absolutely like, "You are never having another child." Like, I'm really a nightmare, so I feel for Kenny's kids. Now, is there, like, any defense to why I feel this way I feel? No. It is a guttural, reactive feeling that I'm being honest with you about, and so I get it that it's their feeling, you know? Yeah, like, and also, like, I really feel now, having said, I'm not saying it's the right feeling again, and I'm not saying, like, Armando isn't entitled to grow a beautiful family with Kenny if they so choose. All I'm saying is, do you do you see where them kids are coming from? Would you be like, "No, dad." It's, like, interesting. It's like, yeah, I have a situation where I was raised by my dad, and because we're in the human generation that we are in now, men can have children for really a long time, and women are able to expand some of their childbearing age from previous times, and we're still in a situation where, like, my mom can't have another kid, God bless, unless she, like, adopt another kid. Um I just know that she probably wouldn't ever do that. And so, if my dad was to physically have another child, because I guess he could, right? I mean, I don't know. I would be truly so angry. Everyone that knows me knows I would be angry. There's no like, oh, Chris is gonna love that. Like, no, like I'm an only child, and I would be so mad. I'd be so mad. Um, Armando and Kenny's story is boring. I feel they only wanted to add a gay couple to the show. Their story isn't giving. The thing is, it's not exciting. I know it's not exciting, but it is giving because it does have all of these like conversations. Corey and Evelyn doesn't have a giving storyline. I mean, if by giving storyline you mean drama, but Corey and Evelyn's is like fake. I don't know. So I don't agree with you. But I do feel like they also, well, I guess they had Stephanie and, oh my God, what is that girl's name? Stephanie and the other one. Oh, the cute Australian woman, the Australian rainbow bright. Okay, so yeah, so Kenny's children weren't like so even excited about his adopting Hannah. Like they were like, "You're gonna adopt Hannah," and he's like, "Well, yeah, yeah, no, that was yes, that's the next step." But like that's yes, we were just getting married, and then you were absolutely like, and then so when he was like, "And more kids," they were like, "Whoop whoop," I think that was hard. So we're moving on to our last and best couple. Save the best for last. Sumit and Jenny. Now, why is it saving the best for last? Do I want to keep giving them like so much attention and like, like season after season of this? It's truly crazy, but it's, you know what? Okay. It is comedy. So when I started taking like my first like improv and sketch comedy classes, like one thing they would hammer home is like pattern, right? The pattern of something happening is funny. So that's if a character, you create a character like an SNL character, has a pattern of behavior, maybe a punchline, maybe like a thing that this person does, a way of speaking, and you repeat it, the repeat of it starts to become funny, right? And of course, if you layer this with good writing and good acting, it can be very, very funny, and sometimes you only need one or the two. Um, Sumit and Jenny, if like it was just like, okay, 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 we're gonna get married. No, okay, okay, we're gonna get married. No, 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 no. Okay, finally we can get married. No, no, no. Like it's just like it's almost like how many times can this happen? It's like a repeated situation. It's like watching sketches, knowing it's gonna have to repeat again. So let me tell you though. So it starts off by Sumit being like, right, we have to go to the astrologer. That's my favorite astrologer. This guy, this astrologer we all know and love and really changed our lives. And you love him, I love him. He's the astrologer, and Jenny loves that idea because that astrologer has done nothing but good for her. So the last time the astrologer was like, "Don't get married, can't get married. Yeah, your chart's horrible," and Sumit loved that. So for some reason, Sumit thought that was going to happen again. And when they get there, the astrologer's like, "Oh, it's perfect. Yeah, I mean, wait 9 days, but after that, totally. And even if you want to wait like." After 9 days, you can like wait a month or two, but then get married. And Jenny's like, yay, yes. So excited. On the 10th day, we'll get married. Now, however, this astrologer also says a couple of other things. He says, no, do not get married in a temple because superstitious, there's just not going to be good for your marriage. Get married in a court. And at the same time, like, it's just going to be you two. Like, don't have any sort of party about it because it's like maybe his second marriage or something like that. So, and maybe her, like, I don't know, she's old. So, Jenny's so happy. Jenny's taking everything. She's like, okay, no party, sure. In the court, like his parents still are not for us, but they just won't stop us. Great. Like, like as long as he's gonna marry her, she's happy. And again, why she's so intense about marrying him, I kind of don't quite understand because it draws. Is she thinking that if she marries him, he won't leave her? He gets to leave her, couldn't he? I mean, obviously he just left the other woman. He's been with her 9 years. I don't know. Seems like Jenny would be the kind of person that would be like, we can just be together and like never have like a label on it. Um, By the way, the astrologer has like 6 rings on. I thought I had zipped that picture. Oh, I forgot to my computer. I didn't. But this astrologer is just like it's just interesting to me. Like I'm gonna also see for some reason, even though this is not how my TV looks when I'm watching it, when I take pictures of anything from my TV, it shows up like this. It's just the worst. Oops. Oh, I can just drag and drop. Oh, it's HEIC. I can't. Can I? No. How horrible. My fault. My fault, baby booze. I won't ever do this again. So, when you watch it, the astrologer has like three rings. They're all square, like one's ruby, one's an emerald, like so many rings, honey. Like people be going to him to like find out everything. No wonder why he looks so good. That must be so much plastic surgery. Um, so anyways, then Sumit is like, I'm stuck. And he has a conversation with Jenny where he's like, look, I'm like afraid to get married. I'm like shivery, I'm shaking. I'm so afraid, like, because I've been through it with this marriage. She's like, oh, that sucks. Yeah, no, I know I saw you, baby boo, but like I won't ever do that to you. And I feel bad, but we're still absolutely still getting married. 10th day, 10 days from now. So before the 10th day, like go and talk to a lawyer, the same lawyer they talk to feel like what their situation is, because the whole situation is it's a way easier to get married in the temple than the court, but because she's foreign. And so like now, but that's what the astrologer said, to get married in the court. And so they are figuring out how to do that. And one way to do that is the special clause. And the clause is bring us a bunch of papers, and 30 days from that day, you get to get married. Okay. So the lawyer's like, Jenny's like, 30 days. I'm so annoyed. And Sumit's like, and then the lawyer's like, well, I can submit the application right now. We can start. And Jenny's like, yes, yes. And Sumit's like, who? And so they do. So then Sumit gets like a FaceTime from his buddy, like this dude. And, hi. And Sumit's like just talking to him and just like being like, I'm really afraid to get married. And this dude's like, but you've been married before. And this woman has been with you for so long and you've wanted this. You've like ruined your whole family. You've blown up your whole space. You like, like this is what you have asked for. So you get it now. You have made a bed. You have not only made a bed, it's like you built a bed. You've been making it for so long. The attention to detail, just from you folding each corner, you've been like pressing the sheets, you've been like a lavender saging. You've been making a bed, you've been washing the linens, you've been like not letting anyone else lie in the bed, you've like definitely not been lying in any of your beds, you've been focused on this bed. So now lay the F down. As Sam Smith would say, lay me down tonight. Has Adele and Sam Smith ever done a song together? Oh my God. I don't feel like Sam Smith and Adele has ever sung together. And it very much seems like they absolutely should. Now, however, I'm not English. And so what if they had a whole album together that was, released in Britain and I just didn't know about it? Maybe. But doesn't that feel like an obvious, like, yeah, I knew it. You probably can do some like sick ass, soulish harmonies. I think I'd stay for it. You made the bed and Bang and Jenny in it. Now we get married. Yeah. So this guy is basically like, you're dumb. You're a jerk. Oops. Gotta get my comment out. And, literally just make bad decision after bad decision. He's like, bad decision after bad decision, you say? Wait, because what happened was, so after we left that lawyer, the one that was like, I can file it right now. And Jenny was like, yeah, file it right now. And I was like, we left. And then I called the lawyer and was like, don't file it. Don't file it right now. And that guy's like, you did that to Jenny? You have to go tell Jenny. You're an asshole. Like you're in, I mean, no. And he's like, well, if I tell Jenny, he's gonna be really, really upset. He's like, yeah, yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, correct. She will be. Also correct. You're a jerk. Like, here, Shay. Sumit's sleek, straightened iron hair is so sexy. Okay, this is okay. Will you tell me this? And I'm not trying to be mean. I just want to know this. I do agree that Sumit looks really good sometimes. And sometimes, did he fix a tooth and then later on a tooth happened wrong or whatever? I have like such a problem area right here. It's making me crazy. And to like keep like giving you this. If I just like the rest of this video is just like this to like hide this one cheek from you. Sumit has like a tooth situation that sometimes I notice and then it's very distracting and sometimes it's not there at all. And he has cute hair and like a good beard and I'm like, oh, don't. I also read somewhere that I can't just keep looking at this coat, so I have to like turn my head, but I'm just really so mad. I also read somewhere yeah, I'm so sorry. I just don't feel like sorry. I forgot what I was gonna say. I don't know what I'm gonna say about that. Schmidt's crazy. We'll see what happens. I don't know, Jenny. She obviously like just keeps staying. She's like, should I stay or should I go now? And like the answer is, I always for her, I'll stay forever and ever and ever. And that's what she's done. Sorry. Um, yeah, I mean, I love the idea in the previews that come up that Jenny is going to have like a sit down with a woman, and the woman's going to be like, "You absolutely just leave," and then he will chase after you. The astrologer and Sumit's friend and Jenny's friend, it feels like everyone just constantly gives them good ideas, and they should just listen to someone else. His snaggletooth is hot too. Wow. Oh, hi. I'm dead. I'm so happy. You guys are making me LOL. Oh, the thing about catfish is that they are liars, not lying is a lifestyle. Okay, that's what I want to say. The thing about the thing I read is that like Sumit catfished Jenny. And then Jenny bit so hard on the catfish that when she chewed off the catfish and it was a little guppy, she bit even harder. And the guppy got what he was asking for. You know? That's how I feel. You know? Be afraid of what you pay for, or be afraid of what you ask for, something like that. What's that saying? Be afraid of what you wish for. Because now he just wants to not get married to this woman who's just like, marry me. You guys are making me laugh. I don't know. I we'll see what happens in the next situation with her. I mean, they really at least have brought like some interest to me because yeah, I'm not into Corey and Evelyn, and Kenny and Armando have nothing. In this episode, there was absolutely no Stephen with a V and Alina. I mean, that there was no there. If you thought I just forgot to talk about them, or if you've been waiting for me to talk about them, they were not there wherever they are tonight. I miss them. I did miss them. Did you? I forgot he had catfish or he was lying from the start. I mean, like he wanted this person and then he lied to get her. And then she was like, I don't care that you lied. I love you even more. I'm never gonna let you go. Be careful for what you wish for. Be careful what you ask for. No, it's be careful what you wish for. Yeah, I forgot to look down. You guys all gave me the answer. Thank you. So Met, it's a walking red flag, but I love the story. Yeah, I was reading on like, I'm starting to try and get into TikToks, and I'm trying to have TikTok learn my loves and my desires. So like give me good things. But there's a lot of good like red flag TikToks. And I mean, there's red flag central all over 90 Day Fiance. Steven with a V is like so many red flags. I mean, so many. I wonder when I can't wait for the new episode, new season of 90 Day Fiance to start. I want some new characters. I want some new episodes. I want some new loves. Like I need some new storylines. It's actually surprising to me that the best storyline this season is Sumit and Jenny, just because they've been on so many episodes. It's interesting though because it doesn't feel like they want to be famous. So they, like I don't think Jenny has an OnlyFans. Now I could be wrong, just like I could be wrong about. Oh, I just hit my computer. Adele and Sam Smith's co-album that was #1 on the UK charts. Maybe because they have that perfect reality show personality, which somehow just exists on camera as if there is no, you know, commentary from billions of assholes, like they just sort of exist and they're taped. Like, is that because they've been in India the whole time? I don't know. Um, I can't watch Jenny cry anymore. Hello, beautiful. I love you, TJ. But you know what I'm gonna do when I get off the phone with you? I'll get the phone. Hi, 90s child. When I get off the computer with you all, I'm going to pour myself a warm bowl. I have like a little salad down with a warm bowl and some root vegetables. And I'm going to cry myself into Adele. I'm going to watch her. She looks so elegant. I'm so excited. That dress looks crazy. I feel like her hair and everything. Like I'm like, do I just bring a picture of Adele's hair to my hairstylist and just like, I want this. What is this? I want it. Because I can't quite tell if it's blonde and dirty blonde or if it's like kind of strawberry blonde. It's not really strawberry blonde. And so I would never think that me and Adele and I have like similar coloring or whatever, but I kind of want her exact hair color she has right now. In this moment, I wish that I had a picture. You know what I'm talking about, right? I'll look it up. But so sorry, by the way, obviously have completely finished talking about this episode. If you haven't yet watched I'm taking pictures of Adele so we can look at her hair together. If you have not watched my following that I happened on Friday, that was a great following because it was a really great week for the 90s and aughts women of our lives. So to that vein, we talked about Britney being freed and Paris Hilton's wedding and Lindsay Lohan's Netflix movie. So that's all there for you. So as we think about Chris Farah, me winding to a close, know that this doesn't have to end. This you can, get more. Don't worry, I'm probably uploading 14 pictures right now of Adele because I just want whatever version of this hair is. Okay. Okay. This is like golden blonde, right? Yeesh, I love it. That's a good one. And in this one, there's like a strawberry or hue to it. See, I don't know if I can pull off a strawberry hue. That's her tonight. She kind of looks, a little tiny bit darker than that. I try to pick up a bunch of pictures. This is more cool toned. Down here, there's like an ashy cool toned. What do you guys think? Dark reddish blonde. Strawberry blonde. Looks a bit red. Okay, I know it looks a bit red. Like, are you thinking that I should not do red, or I shouldn't do? Are you guys into go blonde with auburn highlights? I love it. What's auburn? Is it like that? That's like the most fallish color, right? I feel like this is doable for me, though Blurry Blonde, and I do love it. And oops, this. Every picture looks different because people like use, like billions of filters and whatnot. You could do Ashley blonde, Ashley. You could do ashy blonde. Auburn is like burgundy. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's what I thought. So like the kind of like reddish, aged strawberry blonde. Oh, honey, like a wine. Um, is this the end? Yeah, my love. I've talked for an hour about a show that's almost an hour and a half. Yeah, I talked about all the couples already. So now I'm just like killing time until I go. But you're right. By the way, look at that Jeep, honey. Yes, pink Jeep Kiki. Yes. So yeah, I do have that on the agenda. I'm getting my hair done. I'm excited about that. Other than that, your girl is learning about wine. It's that aged strawberry was like, oh yeah, honey, been trying some aged. Barullos. I really need to learn better French and better Italian because my accents on both are already so bad. And it's one thing to be able to smell, and it's one thing to be able to taste, and it's one thing to be able to talk about. And I need to get good at all of it. But the smelling thing, I think I talked about this before. I also got this other crazy thing. If wine is your thing, or if you know a wine person, this is the best gift, but it's pricey. Okay, I got a discount because I'm going through wine school. There's something called Le Nez du Vin, okay? And it's 53 smells. You can get smaller amounts though. Of isolated scents. I think I've talked about this, so I'm so sorry if this sounds redundant to you. But you get good at blind smelling a vial and just being like lavender. So that when you smell wine in the flavor is circulating the glass on your nose, you're like, I know what lavender smells like. It's lavender, kind of lavender. And they're like, yeah, there might be some lavender, some herbs of like lavender in that Riesling, whatever. I don't know. Are you becoming a sommelier? I would love to be like a certified sommelier. I don't want to work in a restaurant in this moment, but I want to be able to have the knowledge and work somewhere in the industry or somehow be able to use my knowledge in some way. So we'll see. But I do love it because wine, if you like wine and, I'm really not an alcohol person, but wine pairs well with food very well. And also gets into things like geography and our agriculture and weather and travel and history. And there's something really magical about it. Sort of cultivates atmospheres, right? In the same way great food does. It feels like, oh, coming down to a beautiful like dinner and breaking bread and sharing wine. It's like the same kind of like, to you, to life, to us, kind of feeling, which I always love. Um, anyway, let's talk about lives. I'm just kidding. I love you guys. If I went back to being a girl again, I'd shave my head and buy expensive wigs. Uh, I've never really worn a super expensive wig, so I guess, and so maybe cyborg, something that I don't, which that would be much more comfortable, and or they wouldn't stick, or they wouldn't get super hot. Like, I don't think I've ever tried like a lace front wig, like if that's like a good wig or not, I'm not quite sure. I've really only like tried like bad sketch comedy wigs and like some drag wigs, but they're all like artificial hair, So but I have like just extensions and things like that, you know. Um This is the end, beautiful friend, the end of laughter and soft lies. Thanks, Chris. Love you. Ah, yay. Real hair wigs. I'm all over it. Oh, okay. People are so mean to any type of service hospitality these days. Oh, absolutely. I feel like everyone, of course, should, of course, work in service and hospitality so you understand what it's like to be of service and to literally wait on someone so you appreciate it. At the same time, though, I also really like good service too. Okay. So I have to call it a night. I love you guys so much. I'm so sorry if you're joining me late and you wish that I started later, or I don't know, I could talk for longer. I can. I have to go to bed, but I really want to watch Adele. Um, I love you guys so much, and then thank you for being here and sharing your comments and your attitudes. Your warm giving attitudes with me. It really makes me happy. I love attitude. Um, Hope your week's going to go well. You can Instagram and follow me on Instagram and Twitter. I'm at Chris L. Farah. You're welcome to Venmo me if you want to, as like, I don't know, some sort of tip, like I'm in the service industry, or super chat me, but there's no need because honestly, I'm very thankful that anyone would spend time with me for an hour anyway, just talking. Just talking about real shit. And by real shit, I mean not any fiance the other way. What a great episode. It wasn't the greatest episode. I really need Steven and Alina there, but we'll see what happens. And we're revving up and we get a new season 2. So my loves, I will leave you. I want you to have a great week. Take a breath with me now. It's Sunday. Breathe it out. We have a full week before Thanksgiving. We are getting into that holiday spirit. Maybe it's colder where you are. Regardless, though, we are starting this week and we are making good intentions. We want to be clear. We want to be direct. We want to have our best interests and we want to have our best interests in our hearts and our minds. And we want to make sure that we are healthy people to give to others. There's something I think in this world, right, of trying to amass a lot of wealth. And there's something right now in the zeitgeist of self-care and self-help, like both things kind of like taking care of yourself and, like amassing amount of wealth. And I think that there are great parts of both, right? Not a mass amount of wealth, but achieving an amount of financial security gives you wealth, and wealth gives you options, and options are a great thing. And taking care of yourself is a great thing. But both things are great because you can then be of service to others. Creating wealth means that you have the ability to give it away. Of course, it also means that if you have children, you can have like good education for them, or if you have, like health situations, you can have good medication and good health care. There's a lot of reasons, but to be able to give money away to charities or to people, to projects and to startups, and like that's a great thing. And to take care of yourself is a great thing because you can then also be more of service to the world. So both things are important. I think they go hand in hand. Anyway, having said that, take care of yourselves and one another. Stand up for what you believe and make art. And now that I've said my closing line, as you see, people are just coming in the room. How I wish, my loves, that we had a billion other times. More time tonight, but I'm so tired. I hope you don't mind. I love you guys so much. Be here Friday. I'll do following and I'll do Sunday for 90 day for next Sunday. Okay? All right, my loves. Have a beautiful night again and a great week. We took a breath together. We're going to kill this week. It's going to be great. And by kill this week, you're going to set your intentions and feel the most aligned you felt in a moment. That is my wish for myself. And I give that to you. The power lies in you, and it always has. Okay? Truly. You know what's best. I love you guys. Okay. Bye.